Up next, we have Blake versus Mikasa. Uh, I don't know. I mean, they've had this is what the third member of Ruby now who appeared. They had Yang appear and fight Tifa, and she won. Then they had Weiss or West or whatever appear, and she fought. I forget. She fought someone from Persona, and she lost her fight. Um, I think Blake will probably beat Mikasa or Mikasa, however you pronounce her name. I don't watch Attack on Titan. Oh, advertising their shirts.
Blake Belladonna, the feline huntress from Ruby.
And Mikasa Ackerman,
Yeah, I was right, Mikasa. Okay.
the giant killing scout from Attack on Titan.
These two reluctant heroes are fighting for a better world.
What'll happen when they go toe-to-toe to see who's the swingiest and the cuttiest? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable.
I wonder if JFK was thinking about anime catgirls when he said that.
Despite the world of Remnant being home to a plethora of magical beings, the Faunus were subject to discrimination from humanity.
That's so dumb. How can humans be racist against Faunus? Aside from looking slightly different, they're basically exactly the same. Oh,
Yeah.
I get it.
For most of her youth, Blake
Full name, Blake Belladonna, age 19, height, 5'6", no weight, interesting, alright. Cat Faunus, member of Team Ruby, inspired by Beauty and the Beast, likes reading, tuna, and yang, dislikes dogs, social interaction, and Adam.
Belladonna worked with the Faunus activist organization, the White Fang. But when her parents expressed concern at its growing violent tactics, she ran away to join them fully.
Yeah, Ginger Kylo Ren's influence was making it all cat-girl supremacist-y.
Believing the Faunus
Yeah.
deserved to rule the world instead of humans, Adam Taurus turned the White Fang into a terrorist organization, with the young, impressionable Blake in tow. Now Blake
Of
got
course.
to put her superhuman Faunus abilities to the test as a guerrilla fighter.
She's not a gorilla, Wiz. She's
a
clearly a
cat.
cat. You dingus.
That's not what
As a clearly cat Faunus, Blake's got superhuman strength, speed, and endurance. She can see in the dark and even pick up on sounds regular humans can't hear.
Blake has also unlocked her aura, the manifestation of one's soul. Similar to the Eastern concept of chi, Blake can use her aura to passively withstand intense damage. Though if it's overtaxed, she will be as defenseless as any ordinary human.
Her aura survived this huge flying monster called a Nevermore crashing into her. Twice!
Measuring the size of the Nevermore compared to the stone structure it shattered, we can gauge it had to have fragmented over 2,000 cubic meters of rock.
That means Blake's aura ate over
Nevermores don't pose nearly as much of a threat to beacon huntsmen and huntresses as they did in Volume 1. Currently, Blake should be much stronger than them.
4 tons of TNT without even breaking.
I guess you could say she, sold it.
I hate
Drive with
you.
confidence, backed by Canada's best-in-class new vehicle warranty. That's the advantage of the Hyundai Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer for details.
Eh?
Don't try that again, or I'm gonna have to cut you with a sword as sharp as Gamble's Shroud. It's everything you could ever want in a
Faunus abilities, superhuman strength and speed, night vision, and acute hearing. Aura gives passive shielding, healing, and her semblance shadow. Gamble Shroud. Katana, sheath sword, pistol. Karasarigama. 96-meter long ribbon. Dust, fire, earth, ice, gravity, lightning, and violet combines with shadow.
sick anime combo weapon. Part katana, part kasurigama, and it wouldn't be Ruby if it wasn't part gun. Hell, its sheath is a sword too. That's just showing off. And I like it.
The 96-meter-long
Her ribbon was measured by comparing the amount of times Blake and Yang wrapped Gamble's shroud around the Manticore Grim before restraining it.
elastic ribbon attached to the katana's hiltless, Blake used Gamble's shroud as a grappling hook for maneuverability and creative attacks. An invaluable asset for the White Fang and her new boyfriend.
Well, until he threatened to blow up a bunch of innocent people. Now, instead of a bad boy, he's just a boy. That is bad.
Who's an asshole?
Horrified, Blake turned her back on Adam and the White Fang, and for the second time in her life, she ran away.
It's like running away is her superpower.
In a sense,
Kinda.
it is. Blake's aura allows her to manifest a unique ability, or semblance, called Shadow. Born from her desire to escape, Blake can create a brief, intangible clone for deception, evasion, or even to propel herself through the air.
She can even combine them with different kinds of dust, which is basically magic gunpowder. Fire dust clones will explode on impact, while ice will freeze you solid. Though once she runs out of aura, that's it for her semblance too. Wiz?
He froze
Buddy?
it. Oh.
Man,
Oh.
I killed him. And it wasn't even on purpose.
And don't worry, just some biological cloning. It's a hobby. Don't ask if I'm the original. I genuinely don't know anymore.
What the
Alone
fuck?
again, Blake lacked purpose and a place to call home, until she reached Beacon Academy. There, she learned to be a huntress, a soldier of peace sworn to protect the land from monsters and any that would do it harm.
And
Yep.
she wouldn't do it alone. Blake would join up with fellow huntresses in training, Weiss Schnee, Yang Xiaolong, and Ruby Rose to make
Team Ruby.
with a W.
She didn't
Yeah.
just find teammates, but friends as well.
Feeling.
Led Monterey in defeating the White Fang. Aced the Beacon entrance exam without any academy training. Can easily slice through steel. Blocked Adam's moon slice. Dodged the Sea Fei Long's lightning breath. Blasted by an Atlesian spider drone laser beam. Fought Grim for hours on end, and has defeated Roman, Reese, Isla, and Adam.
It's gross. Don't worry, the power of friendship didn't get in the way of her kicking some ass. In fact, it made her even better at it. She's defeated the gangster Roman Torchwick, the kaiju-sized Sea Fei Long, and the assassins Mercury and Emerald, and they could dodge natural lightning.
Comparing the distance they
Oscar/Ozpin also dodged both the lightning dust from Hazel, and Blake and Sun dodged the lightning breath of the Sea Fei Long Grim.
traveled relative to the lightning bolt, we can determine they were moving over 26,000 meters per second, nearly 80 times the speed of sound.
She even managed to stand up to Adam and all his mom just doesn't understand energy with the help of a new, way less toxic partner. So long, you abusive a-hole!
No easy feat considering Adam was strong enough to pulverize this massive spider droid with his moon slice, a feat worth over 4 tons of TNT.
Not too bad for a bootleg Virgil, and Gamble Shroud could take hits like that over and over before breaking.
Despite her troubled past, Blake would never stop fighting for a better, more peaceful, more equitable world. She was done running. With her friends at her side, she would face the future head on.
And cut the fuck out of it.
Welcome to scenic Shiganshina! Enjoy the rustic medieval architecture, hardy populace, and yep, that can't be good.
Cowering
Yeah.
behind enormous walls, the last remnants of humanity were driven to near extinction by the arrival of the monstrous titans.
Despite that, little me.
Alrighty, full name Mikasa Ackerman. Age 19, height 5'9", 150 pounds, biologically engineered human. Survey Corps Special Operations Squad. Belongs to the anti-Jaegergeist faction. And likes ice cream, her scarf, and Aaron.
Mikasa Ackerman lived a happy, normal life until her parents were brutally murdered in front of her. But never fear, she Una reversed the shit out of those assholes with the help of Aaron Yeager, another pint-sized psychopath in training.
Adopted by Aaron's parents, Mikasa and Aaron somehow lived a happy, normal life.
Until this happened.
Until all their friends and family were brutally murdered by titans. I'm sensing a pattern here.
With
Yeah.
barely anyone in her life lasting longer than a 25-minute episode, Mikasa became Aaron's guardian angel.
Certainly a valuable asset to Eren, who devoted his life to exterminating the Titan threats.
Together, they joined the military and got their hands on some sweet Titan slaying gear, the vertical maneuvering equipment, or VMI.
Also known as omnidirectional movement, or ODM gear in the anime, it allows Mikasa to fight the towering Titans at their own level.
ODM gear comes with two
Yeah.
20 to 30 foot long
I've played the game. Those things are so fun to use, man.
iron wire spears she can separately aim and shoot. It'll hook into any surface. They'll allow her to swing around like a steampunk Spider-Man.
She can zoom through the air and change directions on a dime with a special fan on her back that fires pressurized gas.
Farting. That's called farting, Wiz.
No. Someone hit him. Stop it.
I'll get another clone.
Well, what happened? Oh, his brain died. Oh my god.
I'll get another clone.
Wow, Boomstick.
Mikasa's ODM gear can propel her at speeds up to 366 kilometers per hour. That's almost a third the speed of sound.
Assuming she can reach top speeds in a second, that's over 10 G's of force, 10 times Earth's gravity.
For reference, astronauts withstand about 3 G's of force during liftoff, and fighter pilots can withstand up to 9 G's for a second or two during aerial combat. Even just 6 G's for a sustained period of time can be fatal for a human being, but Mikasa can survive almost twice that much and fight giant monsters at the same time.
That insane speed makes her
Ackerman's blood, superhuman strength and speed, experiments of the past Ackermans, 3D maneuvering gear, iron wire hooks, pressurized gas fan, ultra hard steel blades, carries up to 12 at a time, thunder spears, carries up to 8 at a time, and anti-personnel pistol.
especially deadly when she whips out her special Titan slashing swords made of ultra hard steel. And that's exactly the term I'd use to describe myself after watching what they can do to a Titan.
Despite
Gross.
their name, they're rather fragile, at least relative to the super tough Titan skin they have to repeatedly cut. So Mikasa carries a set of 12 that she can easily dispose of and replace mid-combat.
Yeah, that kind of became a problem when some super intelligent Titans started sporting crazy tough armor. That's when
Yeah.
Mikasa breaks out the big guns, the Thunder Spears.
Essentially proto-bazookas, the Thunder Spears are thrown like javelins. They're sharp enough to pierce even the armored Titan's impenetrable hide, and once their fuse is severed, they'll explode, devastating anything within range.
Shattering the armored Titan's armor is no joke. It was tough enough to tank punching a hole through Walmaria.
By measuring the size of the gate in comparison to, let's go with this guy, we can determine
Let's
the
go with
armored
this guy.
Titan violently fragmented over 1,000 cubic meters of rock.
That'd take over 18 tons of TNT.
On top of destroying the gate, the armored Titan's armored hide has withstood numerous explosions and even survived being crushed by the colossal Titan.
Enough to level a city block, and the Thunder Spear shreked it. No surprises here. If you're too close to one of its blasts, it's game over.
Despite the awesome power at her fingertips,
Ranked first in the 104th Training Corps, defended Utgard Castle from a Titan ambush, can lift several yards of train tracks, blitzed the Jaw Titan, avoided a shot from the Warhammer Titan's crossbow, squeezed by a Pure Titan, survived being hit by a Thunder Spear shrapnel, defeated the Female Titan, Armored Titan, and Anti-Personnel Police, and dealt the final blow to Eren.
Mikasa only really joined the military to watch over and protect Eren.
Like a loving mother hen of death. And that became way harder once Eren learned he could also turn into one of those super intelligent Titans.
Now humanity's greatest weapon against the Titan menace, Eren was at the center of all major anti-Titan operations, which meant Mikasa was there too, ruthlessly dispatching anyone that might harm him.
Get over yourself, Eren. So what if your childhood home was destroyed by a Titan? You're living rent-free in this girl's head. And it could be worse. You could be Armin. Man,
Yeah.
like she's programmed to protect him.
You're not off base. Mikasa's last name isn't inconsequential. Ages ago, the Ackermans were bioengineered to be subservient super soldier royal guards to the mighty Eldian Emperor.
Well, wherever all that shit came from, Mikasa's got the Ackerman blood coursing through her veins. The same blood that
Though the Ackerman clan strength is obviously greater than average. Aaron's statement that they have the power of the Titans was likely an exaggeration to shock Mikasa.
Gives her a fraction of a Titan's power without transforming. Holy crap!
It's that power that allowed Captain Levi, another Ackerman, to dodge point-blank bullets. That's over Mach 2, and Mikasa can easily keep up with him.
It also lets her subconsciously tap into the combined experience and battle instincts of Ackerman's past. She's like the avatar of Titan murder.
Unfortunately, this blood bond with Eren means that even when he goes too far, she's obligated to protect him, kind of like a robot.
I don't buy it, Wiz. She doesn't love him because of her DNA. She loves him because he's the only one who stood up for her when she couldn't
He's a
stand
piece
up
of
for
shit.
herself. When she looks at him and the rest of her friends, she sees a hope for a brighter tomorrow.
Wow, Boomstick. That was touching.
And she has fart powers.
Well, it was nice while it lasted.
I'm not listening to another word of this.
No, Aaron's a piece of shit.
No point.
All right, the combatants are set.
Blue 2. And Death Battle.
Arknight's Enfield is giving out 135 free pulls right now for their
Well,
official
hopefully that
launch.
means it won't
means
interrupt
you
the
can-
fight.
Hey! Civilians were supposed to evacuate this area hours ago! Get the hell out of here! They're coming!
Nah.
You deaf? I said get the hell!
You wrecked her butt, dick.
Leave me alone! Are those 2 sets of ears? She must have 4 times the hearing.
Is that how that works? Face blow. Oh shit.
She likes popping those clones and attacking me from behind.
You're running out of swords, Mikasa. It's already changed like 3 or 4 times now. Uh-oh, that's not good. Come on, Blake. Lock in.
Gotcha this time.
That was her aura running out, wasn't it? Yeah. Damn, that's not good. Come on. Give up, Blake. Take her out. Hell yeah. Eat a dick. Missing an arm. She won.
KO! I I told her not to get too close to that thunder spear. Too bad she can't hear omniscient narration from beyond the fourth wall.
Despite Mikasa's overwhelming and frankly terrifying tenacity, Blake's varied arsenal and powers gave her a clear edge.
The
Yeah.
ODM gear allowed Mikasa to keep up with Gamble Shroud's agility, but in terms of offense, Mikasa was kind of a one-trick pony. And that's especially compared to the Swiss anime knife that is Gamble Shroud, which could stretch 10 to 16 times longer than either of Mikasa's cable.
Blake's variety of shadows she could spam at will kept Mikasa guessing, and her aura allowed her to survive any attacks that could land.
To be fair, the Thunder Spears were a different story.
Because the Thunder Spears take advantage of Rainer's weakness to piercing weapons, its energy is not necessarily comparable to the explosion he survived against the Founding Titan. Both Whis and Penny have feats that surpass this, and Blake would scale to those.
And were powerful enough to shatter Blake's aura. The aura could survive around 4 tons of TNT, while the spear's explosion could dish out over 18.
But Blake's far greater speed made her nearly impossible to consistently hit. While Mikasa could keep up with characters that can dodge bullets, Blake could keep up with characters that can dodge lightning. In this case, nearly 40 times faster than Mikasa.
And those Thunder Spears are meant for big.
At a base level, the average Grim has shown more feats of strength than the average pure Titan. Barring the 9 Titans, this means that Blake has had more experience fighting stronger monsters than Mikasa.
Slow Titans, not human opponents, so it's unlikely she'd ever get a solid hit in with one.
In that same sense, Mikasa's Ackerman heritage couldn't save her either.
It may give her generations worth of combat experience Avatar style, but almost all of it was against Titans, not a faunus huntress like Blake, who has powers the Ackerman family has never seen before.
Coupled
Adam has only broken Gamble Shroud with his semblance, an ability more powerful than Mikasa's swords. Consequently, Mikasa was not fast enough to attempt to even disarm Blake.
with her Odium Gear's limited fuel supply and breakable swords, Mikasa just couldn't end the fight before her own options ran out. Mikasa had guts, but Blake's speed, versatility, and sick anime combo weapon gave her the edge.
It may have been a gamble, but Blake had the spirit to win without a shadow of a doubt.
The winner is Blake Belladonna.